Good morning and welcome to Doing Life with Itzy on a Bitsy Budget. Today we're going to be going over some fall decorating techniques. So let's get started in the dining room. Here we are in the dining room to start off with. First of all, I want to talk about, I didn't really have that many items out, and the small amount of decorations that we had on a previous video, if you want to watch that, on the table is what I've used to decorate my whole house. And you can see how it brings fall into each part of your house, and you don't really need to have to store a lot of different items to decorate with. We'll start here at the buffet. This is a turkey that we put out last week, and I've got this on a little cake stand that I've covered to make it soft. These things I love using. Sometimes I use them for name tags at the place settings by putting a little dab of glue and just a sheet of paper out, and I'll use it at the place setting. I've used my leaf dish. I showed you in our previous video, and just put some little fall colored candy in here. These are my dessert plates. So when we make a dessert next, I'll have it sitting here, and this is where we always eat our dessert from. These are the dishes I use for fall. They have, they're the only orange dishes or brown dishes that I have. So those are my fall or Thanksgiving dishes. This isn't the greeting card. I told you I like vintage cards and greeting cards. There's an example of how to incorporate it in your decoration so that it just brings a little punch of color and looks real cute. These are the little leaf plates we had. And we talked about, I got these little hearts at Las Vegas, New Mexico on vacation. So this is just a napkin, and it matches my tablecloth that I got it recently at an estate sale. So let's go talk about the decorations on the table. What I opted to do, because this beige tablecloth is too small, I just bring a punch of the right color for the season. So I'll have more things for Christmas, Valentine's Day, or whatever season or holiday I'm decorating for. So I left the same linens on and just put this right on it is what I did. It has some imperfections. I just got this at a local estate sale, but I love it. It turned out beautiful. So yellow was the color I chose to incorporate this year for fall. I put myself a couple little yellow pieces of candy in those same dishes. I've decorated around my centerpiece I keep on at all times, made 2 arrangements, and added some of these pumpkins that I bought years ago, and I just store them and use them every single year. Oh, these are dessert plates. Let me tell you about these. This is something they used, I think, the 50s and 60s, but they have a place for your cup, and you can eat dessert and have a dessert or a sandwich and a cup of coffee or tea. So I have several sets of those, as you'll see in our upcoming videos, I'm sure. But I thought, well, they had yellow on them, so I pulled out 2 of those, and I just put them on the table to kind of tie it all together. Needed something else besides just the centerpiece because I've got such a long table. Okay, in this little section over here, I've taken my cream and sugar set and set it over here, again with a couple of pops of yellow. Same thing. I always have candy out for the kids when they come over and the adults. We did a previous video of me making the arrangement in this cage I think it was last week we did that. So that we've already discussed. You can watch the other video and see that. Also, over here with the M&Ms, I just put a little bit of yellow here too. And that ties this little table in as well in here. I always usually have an arrangement up here. This is my topper for my wedding cake. And I keep that up there. All right, we'll go ahead and go into the living room and look at what I've done here. Again, this is all the same stuff I had out on that one table over there. Here I just put the bigger version of this here with a little beige color underneath it. Over here is where my corn candy is kept. So you're going in or out, you can get a little piece. I have a Longaberger candy corn candle holder there. I just put another little leaf dish, again some more beige. So you can kind of get the trend. Layer up. This was the same tablecloth I had on here before. Again, over here, I've changed this piece out to something beige, added a leaf dish, and again, it brings fall. Over here, all I did was change out, I added this one piece of linen and changed out my brooch, which was a pea, to a leaf brooch. It's enough to just make a fall statement. On here, I've added the beige linens. This little yellowish butter pad is what that is. Made an arrangement. See, the small arrangements make a huge impact. And then just put some candy in a leaf dish. Over on this side, I've got another vintage postcard here. A little leaf right there. A piece of, this is just, I don't know where I got it from, but I have two of those. This is the same arrangement we talked about on the previous video when I did that. And just a little candy. Again, another fall touch. So anywhere you walk in my house, you're going to see fall, but it's not an overwhelming impact. Here I've got another little turkey, and it opens up, so I can't really do an arrangement. So I just leave him sitting there. Again, it's on a cake plate with a fall colored linen on it. This is a linen I told you that was really old, and it has several holes in it. And I was telling you how you can save those linens, layer them up, and you don't ever know that there's a hole in it. So come over here and look. Over on this side is one of the holes. And I leave it over here. You don't even know it exists. Under this candy dish, it's hard to see. I've got something white under it, so the hole does not show up. And then I just put the candy dish right on top of it, and you never know that it's not perfect. Here's my little squirrel section. I like keeping like things together. When you put a squirrel here and a nut here, and they should all be grouped together, it makes less of an impact. But if you just put 3 or 4 things together, they look really good. So again, another little, when you walk in the door, you can actually just see that right when you come in. Okay, let's go on into the family room. In here, very simply, changed out the linens. I put a leaf brooch and took out my flower brooch. Added another one of these. Here's another dish. And again, it's a pop of fall. Over here, this has, which they're almost empty, little pumpkin candy in there. So if somebody opens it to see what I've got, they'll see pumpkins. Another brooch. This is just a simple brooch like you'd see at any thrift store that you go in. Also, this piece of linen, again, this is a hole right here. But when you put it down, you don't really even notice it's there unless you're investigating it. Okay, between the 2 chairs over here in our plant area, I didn't have enough flowers left over, so I went and picked these out of the yard. A couple of little ferns. And this, again, is a cake plate with linens in it and some little fall decor. This, I showed you this tassel in the previous video. I just stuck it in there. And this is my candy jar for this area. Again, my glasses are always 2 matching colors. For Christmas, I'll have red. Green at St. Patrick's Day. You'll see always my matching glasses. Over in this little section, I changed out the linens to a fall, added a fall little candy dish, changed my coaster, and added this leaf, and there's my glasses. Again, you see a little hint of fall there. We'll walk over to between our chairs here where we watch TV, and I've changed out these linens to beige and put a little candy dish there. That's it. It's that simple, but it looks very cute and pretty. Over by the TV, so when you're looking this way, you can see that I've got all my caramel. That's some of the kids' very favorite candy. And I put a different candy dish here. It's just a little leaf again. Bought those years ago at the Dollar Tree. They were ashtrays. Here we have some pumpkins again in the jar. A beige right on top of what I had, a beige linen. And then here I've used a hanky. It's a brownish beigeish. Again, I bring in the fall colors. So that's where, you know, it's very easy to decorate with a very small amount of things, and they make a big impact. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.